What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. I'm tired. My eyes burning. Nah, though, we just got on here to just chat for a little bit. My eye burning, boy. I just woke up. I ain't gonna say I just woke up like right now, but not too long ago. I went outside and gave them dogs some water. Then I came back inside. Zeri, come on. You know how it be like, EJ, water. Zeri! See, I can ask her when I come. Zeri! Nah, though. We got a lot planned. Come on. We got a lot planned for his upcoming future. Let me show you your Z real quick. Come on, Jet. Now she finally came outside. We got a lot planned for the channel within these upcoming weeks. Everything from here on out. What Lil Papa said, y'all gotta respect it. From here on out, it's a new vamping town, bro. But now we just trying to turn the channel up. I got a lot of things I want to do with the dogs. If I get a so we had Brad. It's a lot going on. Let me sit down and talk to y'all real quick. So we had Brad. We bred $3 within the last 3 months. We didn't win. We could do this now. We could do this now because we won't be breeding the dogs back to back to back. And then this ain't no backyard breeder stuff. Even though I did breed the dogs in the backyard, this ain't no backyard breeder. We bred 2 of them in the back, and then one of them we took Zeri to Fort Lauderdale. My pops and my mom took her to Fort Lauderdale and bred her to one of the Frenchies that my uncle got. Dang, my eyes burn. But yeah, man. So I say they say they're gonna keep a Frenchie off of her. So I say if they keep it, I'm gonna use the dog and try to do like obedience commands. Or if one off of Amber, I know I ain't gonna be able to do no obedience commands off that dog, cause Amber has ghost them dogs already climbing the cage. They about to be a month next week. Them dogs is already climbing the cage and acting crazy, so they be barking, all that. So I say, yeah, that's gonna be straight. Then when we get them to start biting our stuff and like hanging from that flirt pole, that's gonna be raw right there. So I say I got that coming up with Amber litter. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really been posting it, but Amber X Ghost, that's like, Amber is a dog we bred, or I bred, me and Marvin, from off of Misery, and then Ghost off of Kendrick. But I done had Ghost since he was a puppy. It's different from when you buy a dog from a puppy, or you have a dog you raise it from a puppy to a big dog, versus you buy a dog that's already a year old, 2 years old. Cause it's like, every dog I done had in my backyard, I done seen grow. I wasn't around Misery like that when she was a puppy, but I done been around Misery since she was like a little dog. I done been around Misery when Misery done had her ear been cut, or she done scratched her eye out. I'm thinking the dog finna be blind in one eye. And like, little stuff like that, you just gotta know your dog. I know Misery do crazy stuff, so I ain't gonna leave Misery on the chain 24/7. Cause I know Misery gonna mess up the chain setup. Like what goes, I know in the cage, I gotta be a certain way with him. I gotta put him in certain cages versus putting him in a little cage where he can jump and no matter what. My dad was telling me when he went and seen Cookie, that's Ghost's mom, but he went and seen Cookie, he said the dog as little as Jordan, but jumping as high as like to the top of the cage. And I'm like, he's like, when he went to Kendrick Yard, he seen the dogs jumping. He said, yeah, man, them are some intense hounds. I need that. Like, so that's stuff I like to see. Then Misery is an athletic dog and stuff, but even Amber is athletic. Don't get me wrong, but 38 was like athletic too. But I say 38 was a little more athletic than both of them. That back end work was looking good, or like I done work with Amber and got her back end right, little stuff. But I think these pups right here is gonna be some athletic, rough dogs. I hope it come out 50% like Ghost and like how like off of Ghost. I hope it's 50% of them Sin City dogs and how that's looking. And the other 50%, or I hope it's 25% Amber. That barking, I hope some of that dealer come out of Amber. That just like rough and I gotta show you. I'm one of the ones, or like I know when it's time to work, I'm gonna work my hardest. When it's time to work, Misery, Amber, Boogie, Peaches. One thing about them dogs is from the time you take them out the yard to the time you bring them back in the yard. If them dogs is okay, they're going to give you 100%. So that's how I look at it with Ghost litter. The flaws in Ghost should get knocked out with anything that I didn't like with Ghost. The only thing I don't like with Ghost is I know Ghost will bite somebody. And I ain't going to say I know he'll bite somebody because my dad be telling me people be planting him and stuff outside of the yard. But inside of the yard, he'll try to bite somebody. So then we trying to break him out of that. We've been socializing him more. My dad got him on a truck, so that's like it's gonna break him out of that flaw. But it just take a little time. I be telling my pops that all the time, like he'll act real shy. I say just like take him on the truck with you and get him outside of this area. So like you still doing everything. We walking him, letting him bite at the rope or got the weight. Cause I don't think he got no rope with him. But you Ghost should chase a leash and try to flirt with a leash for it, if anything. So that ain't really the concern. But like little stuff that we could knock out of Ghost, Amber is going I think Amber will knock it out with the entire tense she is. She ain't nervous about nothing. Amber gonna do her thing. Misery gonna do her thing. I don't know if y'all can hear Peaches in the background, but that's Peaches growling and biting at the rope. So anything off Misery should be straight. Then this gonna be the first dog we bred off of them. Granted, that's Misery first litter, but this gonna be the first dog we bred. So hopefully everything turn out good. I think everything will be good with Ghost and Amber. Then I'm gonna go to Ghost and 2-3 litter. I'm not sure if 2-3 took. We tried to breed her, but at the same time 2-3 was like, she wasn't going for it. Like, we had him stuck we didn't get him stuck. We had him in there for a second, and then he came out. And then my pops was telling me the same thing happened with Kendrick. Kendrick had OJ and Betty, I think. I want to say, I'm not 100% sure. I think Betty, that's Lotto, or that's Diamond Mom. That's one of them moms. I ain't been locked in how I need to. I need to lock back in. I be forgetting. I ain't gonna say that. I be forgetting. I be thinking one is one. Capone, I know Capone is Diamond, and I think Reaper is Lotto, if I'm not mistaken. But it could be OJ too. I don't know. But I'm gonna say Reaper for the fact I know OJ got that like brindle color, and I only seen black dogs off of what's her name. So I only seen 2 black dogs off of not Diamond litter, off of Lotto litter. I'm a nose stocked up. But nah though, so I said if Jordan took, it'll be a lot easier for my plans or what I want to do, at least with YouTube wise. I be letting my pops do his thing with the hounds, and we'll I be pulling them out like Boogie one of the ones, and I work with Boogie more. I ain't gonna say like more than anything, cause I work with Ghost a lot, but it's different. It's different from all the dogs. Different. Because with Ghost, I can put Ghost in the best condition and whatever. But when I'm not home, all that jumping around in the cage, Boogie doing everything Ghost doing. But Boogie know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. At the house, I love Boogie because Boogie, he gonna do his thing. Don't get me wrong, he gonna bark and show out, but it be levels to it. So in the yard, I ain't barking at no dog. I ain't trying to mess up nothing. I ain't destructing nothing. But this is why I said Rambo. I could tell the difference between when I said at the beginning of the video having your dogs from a puppy versus buying them. If I use Yoda and Majesty litter, they offer is Mija X Rambo. Then I'm gonna use Mija X Rambo. Then I'm gonna use Misery versus Rambo, and I'm gonna take off the I said verse. It's Misery X Rambo. I'm gonna take off both of the girl dogs, so Mija and Majesty, not Mija. I'm getting the dog's name mixed up and all. Mija and Misery. If I take just them off and just look at everything Rambo produced for us, and the different like how the dogs act. So Peaches take more after Misery, but at the same time, Peaches and Boogie, or I can see like how my pops be like, Rambo not barking, Rambo not like making no noise, but when it's time to work or when it's time to do like what you need him to do, he like a more chill, laid back dog. He like a more chill, laid back dog, and then when it's time to up the pace or when it's time for you to work him, it's like he gonna turn up, he gonna show you. So with Boogie and Peaches, I see that 100%. Peaches gonna make a little more noise off of Misery. Anything off of Misery making noise, I don't care what you say. 38 wasn't really barking. He'll bark in the yard, but outside the yard is what matters. I don't care how the dogs look. I don't care if the dog in the yard can run on the treadmill for 30, 40 minutes, and then I can go out and let the dog be biting on the spring pole for 20 minutes. If I can't walk that dog on the street, the dog, no matter, it look good and it served me a purpose because I do YouTube, but if I can't walk the dog on the street for 20 minutes, walk the dog, I want the dog the same way you act in the yard, you need to translate outside the yard. So like, if the dog not acting like that, then I gotta work or not. But I can see like a difference between how Boogie and them act. Even Boogie, the chillest dog I got, but when it's time for that intensity to kick in, it's light and day. I can't even, yeah, it's light and day. Like I said, I can't even talk for real. That boy, he gonna do his thing. He alert. He ain't barking like nothing, but he paying attention, and that is like perfect. I don't want you to be making noise and screaming and all that extra stuff. Yeah, it look good and it's a bonus, but if you the quietest thing on the yard, sometimes the bigger you is, the harder you fall. So if you the quietest thing on the yard and you locked in, you focus. Now I say when I go to breed you, I'm finna go breed you to Jordan. Jordan is the same way. She ain't barking and making too much noise unless it's like when it's time to do something. And she gonna work outside the yard. So if I combine them two, I'm just using that as an example. When I combine them two, I know these dogs gonna come out rough, wanting to work. I could walk them, they good social, like stuff like that. Now if I look at Mija and Rambo, Majesty, she okay, but Majesty be like, I don't know, man. I never forget, me and my pops walking the dog. Majesty see a dog barking at her. The dog and like they're around the fence. They were in the middle of the road. The dog shoot out and run, barking at at the fence. Majesty made us fall trying to run away. And then Yoda wasn't really nothing like that. Yoda was more so like, I'm just gonna walk and I'm gonna make noise for food. But I would say Mija, I ain't gonna say Mija a bad dog, and I ain't gonna say Rambo a bad dog, because I say putting them two together, it just ain't work out as good as it should have. Versus when we put Mija and CJ together, what we got Glow and we got 2-3. Glow gonna make noise, she wanna work. If you ain't taking her out the cage first to do something, she letting it be known. 2-3, she is another version of Glow, but to like tone down. She don't got the sides, and she not as making as much noise, but when it come to working and doing everything, she gonna do it. So it's like there's different levels and stuff. So like with Mihawk and Rambo, I know them two chill, laid back dogs. So it probably wasn't the best thing to breed at the time. But it's like, this is why you gotta, when you have them dogs for a little bit longer, you know the difference. Even being around them hounds, you'll see the difference. So I always look at it like that. But we got a lot of stuff coming up for the future. Hopefully, if I'm gonna talk to him about it later. But if we don't get something off Jordan, I'm gonna try to get something off the Frenchie. And like I said, try to transition the channel to, we're gonna also keep our dogs, but doing a lot more vlogging channel, like a lot more vlogging. And then I'm gonna see how I do on this, cause I want this to be my main page where I'm doing stuff with the dogs. Then my second page, I'm gonna do like gamer or something, streaming. Then my third page, we'll do like this day in the life, do like vlogs and stuff. Or say I go to the mall, or hit the scene or whatever. We're gonna like pull that out and do stuff with that. But till next time, this is just a little video of me talking y'all head off, chilling with BT. That's probably what I'm gonna call this. Then y'all peep the hair, man. I didn't really dye out my hair. Me and my little brother dyed our hair. It looked straight. I was really gonna do some move, but we ain't tripping. But we're gonna be back with the next thing. I've been messing up this whole video and I ain't adding nothing now. I'm gonna upload the whole video like this too. Show y'all like we were grinding for real before we got to where we needed to be. But till next time, we're gonna be back with another video. We're gonna let them hounds do the talking in the next video. Next video, I might come out trim. I might not say nothing the whole video. I might let the dogs. Yeah. Okay.